Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Tank.
Tank. Who?
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've run out of jokes.
About 5 minutes ago, I was scrambling because I didn't like any of these. And we got one.
So if you're watching and you've got to this far, let us know your joke in the comments below.
Please? Because I'm running out. Help, please.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Help JT find his jokes. You got a search warrant. I'm coming to find you. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Smash.
Here at the glass table, we're just like you.
I like to play football, I like to watch football, and I like to talk about football.
Yay. I like to play football, and I like to watch football, and I like to talk about football.
But we do things a little bit differently around here.
Life could be a dream, Jared.
Stupid sexy.
Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Glass Table. It's episode 91, which was about 7 points away from the Showdown margin and 10 points away from the Geelong v North margin.
What a Saturday night.
And I think the same IQ as anyone running the 666 for the Ds. I don't know if 99's hot. 99.
No, I think that's actually good. I think that's actually.
Is it?
I think it's okay. Reverse it. 19. There you go.
Don't put a 1 in front of it, whatever you do. I've been through enough.
It's too much going on this week.
Yeah, there has been. Not a lot happened on the weekend.
Pretty quiet one.
It was a very, very, very quiet weekend of football. I don't understand how footy works these days because it generally has like a sheer moment of brilliance. And then everything else, it's like art. It's like when you announce a festival, a music festival, right?
Yep.
You get the big headline act.
Yeah.
And then all the shit to fill the day.
Yeah, exactly. All the shit to get to 9 p.m.
They're not shit per se, but it's like we just have to get this through to the main event.
Yeah.
So when 5:25 rolls around on Sunday afternoon, and we've just seen, the supporting act of Pies, Richmond become a standard. Don't watch this ever again game.
Yep.
And you get it, and the lights go down. Everything's dark, and you just hear the knock knock sound.
You can hear it coming from a mile away.
And then the light just comes shining in, right? It just comes shining in on Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera. Okay? And as I put this back, the sheer brilliance that was put on inside. Now, normally it takes 90 minutes to wow the crowd. In some instances, a minute is actually good enough for many. This bloke did it in the equivalent of 30 seconds. A lot of magic has been made in 30 seconds. But I don't think anything has hit the climax of what happened at Marvel at that time. And I can throw all the syllables out there. I can throw all the language to describe that moment. But I won't do that. I'm going to let you do it. Because you were there. And I just think a perspective of you, who not only is there as a fan, but works for the St Kilda Football Club, the man of the moment. You were posted all over the joint. You can have the floor.
I wasn't. Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera was. and I suppose this is as good a time as any to segue. This is our stupid sexy, by the way. We're not beating around the bush.
Stupid Sexy Wanganeen-Milera!
We're going for it.
Neither was Naz, to be honest. He wasn't beating any bush. I tell
we're
you
not,
now.
we're not
there
fucking
is-
around. That's
No,
it.
no. And he fucked the D's, but he didn't fuck around.
So you can play your music,
He-
and yeah.
Hit Naz's music.
That new song, the Carp Factory song. Very good. Very good.
Someone should make a meme of Naz walking down the fucking walkway to the ring.
It's very good. Anyway, yes, no beating around the bush. It's our stupid sexy of the week. It's the stupid sexy moment that it's one of the most stupid sexy moments you're ever going to see in your entire life, to be honest with you. The thing I love the most about this is that it's a St Kilda moment that isn't just loved by St Kilda fans. It is a St Kilda moment that is being nationally recognised as one of the great moments of the year, let alone the last few years, kind of thing. And it's incredible to see. I also didn't really know what I was witnessing when it was happening. It just kind of existed. It just kind of became a thing, all unfolding in front of my eyes. And you said there, like, brilliance is the perfect way to put it. Standing in the race with, 35 seconds to go or whatever it was, and Naz is the third man in a pack. And I have never in my life had more faith in someone to mark a footy. I was like, it's just going to happen, isn't it? And I reckon 20 seconds before that, the ball's like getting balled up in like the D's forward 50. And I look like left and I just see Naz in the goal square. And I'm like, oh, they're doing this. Like they're doing get out of my fucking way and get me the ball kind of thing. And then, yeah, what followed was probably the best minute of football any single person's ever played. Like the best 35 seconds of football that could possibly have occurred, not only with his talent, but just the brain. Like one of the great football players ever. And like just watching that play unfold with Rowan and watching it, like him just directing traffic and every forward just listening to every word he has to say. Like it's literally like whatever Naz says is what's right. Like that's what you do. So when Naz says everyone go that way, I'm going there, they're like, fuck, fair enough. All good. I'll do it. And it's astonishing. And then, yeah, you just see it. Rowan's perfect kick, not getting enough love. Unbelievable kick of the football, that was. And then, yeah, Marvel went to fucking raptures. It was unbelievable. And, talk about like footy not being great this year, and it hasn't been. It's been a pretty terrible year for football. It proves there's still poetry in footy. 25 years of Marvel, celebration, the last game of the round there, and one of the great moments in the history of the stadium happens. And it's just like, man, that's poetic as fuck.
That is the greatest Marvel moment.
It's got to be close. Has to be close.
Like, I can see the poetry in the James Hird goal with West Coast. I can see the
you see these other little
Moorcroft
things.
mark. I can see that. But you've just seen the biggest comeback in the history of AFL, VFL history at three-quarter time. And it's been done by an individual bit of brilliance, right?
Yep.
It's probably the greatest moment of 2025. Greatest moment of Marvel's history, 25 years. Arguably the greatest moment, one of the greatest moments in St Kilda's history.
Yep.
And I don't think you can put it anywhere other than top. I don't think you can. It's the comeback in itself is fine. Like it's fantastic. It's really good. Like
great. Even if it wasn't a Naz after the siren, great comeback, unbelievable moment.
like if you put Zach Jones there, it's still a great moment. Everything's fantastic.
Yeah.
It's just the poetry of Naz. Yeah. And it's just very funny to me that you've got a bloke whose signature is arguably the biggest signature in the history of the game.
It's the biggest one.
It's so what after there's 3 clubs in the race.
Yeah. And
you've got him single-handedly winning. I said it in the TikTok. I've said it on Twitter. I'll say it anyway. He will be what are you paying him or offering? Double it. And you're not put an extra 0. Make him $1 billion.
Yeah. He's incredible, right? Like there's something going on. Like I have not remembered a run of games by a player as amazing as what he's doing right now. And he just, even when you think he's not having a good game, he then does something and you're like, man, that's really fucking good. Like, that's incredible. Like, during the game, he gets this handball off and then runs himself into a bit of trouble. So he goes, no worries, I'll banana it from straight in front, 45 out, but it's going to curl like this. And I'm like, you're just insane. You're an insane footballer.
People pick apart little parts of people. The best players always get picked apart in their game, right?
Yeah.
His game is so sound that even when he doesn't do something right, there was a moment where he, I think it was a less than 15-meter kick, and he got it, and he had to play on, and he's taking a bounce, and he fell over. And I think he drop kicked it, and it still hit a target. There was another one on the broadcast side where he's taken a bounce, trying to kick the pill. It's come off the side and tumble punted and rolled across the ground, standing up in the St Kilda players' hands. When you're in that peak of a form,
everything goes right.
You're untouchable, and everything goes right. And I think it's one of those things where you just go, you're the captain now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I think every single player on the field has gone, whatever you say, that's what we're doing. And that's why I love the vision where it cuts back to the box and Ross is just pissing himself. He's like, this is the funniest thing in the world, because it is. Because at that point, as a coach, you can't do anything. You can, drill them during the week and everything like that. But as a coach, last 30 seconds, that's you boys. You got this. And he knows it's not even that's you boys. He's just like, Naz is going to figure this out. Like, he's got it. And just, that's what I'm saying. Like, when he was lining up, when that mark was coming in and he was 3 back in the pack, like you said, everything goes right. I knew he was marking it. I knew he was going to kick the goal. And then when that ball was then coming in, and like the road kick is like directly in line with my eyesight, and I just saw it like this perfect float. I'm like, I just was like, we're going to fucking win. Like, it's actually going to happen. Naz is going to mark it. We're going to win. And yeah, like everything goes right. And like, even though he only needed a point, I knew he was kicking it because it's Naz, and the way like I was standing, I'm like directly in line with the post. I have no like sight either way. I don't know if it's going in or whatever. So I'm just watching like the goal line, watching the cheer squad just to see what their reactions are. The second that the ball leaves Naz's boot, like literally the second you hear the sound, Mason Wood on the goal line, just arm up in the air, just game over. Like literally called it from the moment it hit his boot. And it was just...
Naz he celebrated it straight away.
Naz kicked it, and in midair after he kicked it up, fucking one of these ones. It's just... It was ridiculous. It was the most ridiculous finish. And like, man, just like you say, it's probably the greatest moment in Marvel history. And it's just unbelievable. Genuinely unbelievable.
I'm not going to I know everyone loves Naz, but I loved that Marshall had the kick in the middle and he's just gone, Gorney's the best ruck in the comp, probably. But I'm going to hit Naz lace out.
This is going to be one of the best inside 50 kicks you'll ever see.
Exactly. And it was such a smart kick because it's, you see those moments. It's a bomb inside 50.
Yeah.
No. Naz is going, clear it away. I'm going to hit you straight out. And there's a picture of Marshall and
I was just about to say, it's the photo of like the whisper. And it's one of the all-time great photos. One of the best photos you'll ever see because you can just fucking see it going in their brains. And like, just unbelievable. And the fact that like they drew it up that way, the fact that it worked perfectly. Also the fact that if Naz hadn't marked it, Anthony Caminiti is by himself there as well, which is damning. And I feel like this is a perfect segue into how does the Melbourne Football Club lose that game of football? We can talk about Naz brilliance as much as we like, but the Melbourne Football Club,
they lost the unlosable.
Yep. Quite literally.
I think there was a
game you can't lose.
They had Clayton Oliver, who, if he kicked a point running inside 50 with, I think, a minute and a half to go,
so bad.
If he kicked a point, I will safely say that's game over.
Yeah.
Right? They're not...
Winning game.
Even if he kicks a goal, either score is game over because the setup from a point is vastly different.
Well, like 13 points it would have been. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it was 40 seconds ago. I've turned watching the footy with a few mates, and it's just I'm standing. I don't know how with this fucking boot, but I'm standing there, and I've gone 40 seconds boundary throw in. Probably it's forward half Melbourne side. Not by much, but enough. And I've gone, right, best we're going to get here is a draw.
Yeah,
because,
that was my thought too. It's going to be
a draw, and I'm sitting there going 46 points down to get a draw. Take it. It's fantastic. What a result.
Yeah.
This round would have benefited from the draw. Then you just see how easy it was to get out of that stoppage. I love the fallout from it, because it's like
there's so much happening.
there's so many things you can pinpoint. And I think, moments like this, moments like that. They kicked 4 points in the last quarter. They got themselves to blame. And also, why in God's name do you have Cozzy Pickett on the bench?
For a long time too. It's like, that's the thing that I didn't notice at the time, and then obviously found out later. There's just horrendous vision of the D's players having no idea what's going on. Like Jack Viney letting Anthony Caminiti just stand on the corner of the square like it was nothing. Cozzy Pickett just walking around. Jake Bowie not paying any attention to anybody at all and just standing there looking the wrong way. Like, you look at that and you're like, every single Melbourne player shit their literal pants and had no idea what to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it was astonishing to watch. One of the most astonishing just finishes ever. And like, you look at the thing and it's like, with 9 seconds to go, as that ball was going in, there was 9 seconds. The Saints were down a goal and they ended up winning a goal. Like, they're saying, get fucked, Lee Matthews, with your fucking goal a minute shit. I'll kick 2 in 12 seconds and win the game. Just
bit of what I thought of today, and it's kind of a similar celebration, is the Darcy Byrne-Jones instance last year against the Hawks. Yeah. Similar sort of thing, like Rioli with 22 seconds to go, kicks a goal.
Yeah.
Darcy Byrne-Jones kicks a goal, 1 second left. So it's like that sort of technicality of a goal per minute. Yeah, sure. It's probably going to happen 98 times out of 100.
Every now and then.
But every now and then you get that special little thing where you have nothing to hold your hat on for the year. There is nothing.
No.
But you've got that moment.
That's what I love the most about it, is like, and I love that there's obviously like people around there that are shitty and that are like, why are they celebrating so much? It was a fucking dead rubber match. It's the greatest comeback in the history of the game, for one. And like, love that shit. Love that shit.
That's a great point, because it's like, you could very easily be 46 points down. You've got 3 rounds for the rest of the year. Your season's done.
Yeah.
What's the point of coming back? There's a draft pick to be played for, you know?
They did it for the love of the game. Did it for the love of the game. And it shows, like, put out a video today of all these fan reactions over the day, and it's amazing. It's one of the great videos going around of people just fucking losing their kids, crying. And that's why you do it. You do it for kids like that, where game against North next week, if we had a loss by 46 points, there would have been 4 people there, right? Now, people are going to be like, I want to go and watch Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera because he's the best football player in the world right now. I want to be there. And so they're going to go. That's what you do it for. You do it for the club as a whole, not just for your team, not just for your draft pick next year. You do it for everybody. That's why you come back. That's why you kick 9 unanswered in the last quarter. That's why Naz did what he did, and it was unbelievable. And like, not even just Naz, like obviously Naz is getting all the love, which is fair, but like a lot of love for a lot of the boys. Max Hall is unbelievable, one of the best players for us this year. Marcus Windhager, Ryan Marshall, like we said, obviously Mason Wood leading, like just everyone doing everything they needed to. Jack Steele had a quiet game, then plucked out a fucking one-hander. Like just shit going right everywhere. And it was just the perfect storm. And then they celebrated with a beer in the rooms after the game. And I love that shit.
Oh, I think it was a bit more than that a bit after.
I mean, yeah, a bit more of that in the end. But at the start, anyway, they're in the rooms, got a Corona in hand. Because fuck yeah. Because you absolutely deserve a Corona.
Do they just... I don't know if it happens. I don't really ask this question, actually. Is it still the boys in the group chat, whoever's this week, you getting the carton, or is it?
I actually don't know, but it'd be really funny.
That's a great question.
That is a great question. I'm going to try and find out. But it's literally like, all right, if we have a win, you're buying.
Yeah, that's like, yeah. I wonder who got the carton this week.
I don't know, but really.
Corona, good choice.
Yeah. Whoever it was, well played. And yeah, just funny. Like, funny that they got that opportunity. And I like it. People are like, oh, why are you celebrating so hard? Whatever. Because you fucking deserve to. Because you've just made history.
And they've just done the greatest comeback in history. You've got Naz doing individual brilliance. fucking oath you're partying till 1 a.m. in the morning. You're
It's
playing
going-
North next week at Marvel. It's like, who cares? You're going to win by 60 anyway.
going on coach's shoulders because why not? You can if you want to. It's fine.
If I was to do a ranking of Naz and where he's going, even before this week, I was going to be like, oh, he'll stay at the Saints.
I'm
A
pretty
logical thing.
I'm pretty
But
like
now I'm going, you're putting the Saints are at $1.10. Porter at $5.
I don't know about that.
Crows about $6.
Yeah, I don't think I think the Crows are too far away now. Mainly because like I just don't know how they can afford to Port and Adelaide both have to give up the farm.
I've told you, we can break Josh Sin's contract.
It's ridiculous. Like, and here's my thing, like with the NAS stuff, obviously with like the manager and stuff, and they're like, why hasn't he signed yet? And I've said, because every single week he keeps getting better and he keeps adding more money. And I'm like, why wouldn't you hold out until you're absolutely at your peak? You're playing the best footy you've ever played. And it's like, now. Like, now I'll do it kind of thing. Why wouldn't you?
If I'm Naz, and I know he's a very talented football, not quite as good as himself, but that's besides the point. If I'm Naz, I'm doing right. End of the last round, the Monday after, 2-year deal. Let's do it. See what we can do. Saints aren't that bad.
No. And we've shown that the last month it was honourable losses, and now we get a ridiculous win. So it's like, there you go. We're all right.
He's going to look good until next year.
Nah. Again, we've had this conversation, but unless we're changing our training tops to teal, I really don't think so.
Notification says that they agree too.
It was my charger came out of the fucking laptop.
It's the normal charging port came out of Port Adelaide on the weekend too.
Yeah. Here's the review, probably around this area here, I'm going to say. If you haven't seen it, which
I think there's so many people.
I was going to say, everyone.
I've even had mates message me. I watched your review, mate.
Sorry.
You fucking never watch my review.
They literally watched it purely to be like, how's he gonna decipher this? Now I watched the majority. I missed a little bit of the start. I was nursing a migraine, and then I fell asleep. Well, I went to bed because I was like, this game's probably done. Caught the middle bit though.
Yeah. Whatever migraine you had is probably not even close to the pain I experienced. That is the second worst loss I've ever experienced live.
It's your first.
Gold Coast.
Understandable.
The sinking feeling I had on the weekend, because it's just the circumstance. And I told you off here, it's the sitting in the rain, the poncho. People have made the effort to go. It's a Crows home game, which just makes it worse. They're on top. They're flying. It's fantastic. And you're just sitting there going, there is a glimmer of hope. You know, it's a showdown. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
But there's just rain pelting on my face. Moon boot is soaked. I probably got the athlete's foot when they fucking sweat shit and everything like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a shit show. And I just remember in the last quarter standing undercover and just thinking, this probably couldn't get any worse. And that was 70 points down. And I've looked at it and I had the 70 points and I was like, 8 minutes to go. They couldn't get it, could they? They couldn't get the 100. Bang, bang, bang. It's 90 points. Bang. We got the first clearance of the last clearance of the quarter, which I think was the first for the second half. There's something seriously wrong at Port Adelaide. And it's not even Ken's now. It's the whole football department. We generally suck. Like, it's bad. You can't have... I know we're missing players. I know, it's wet. I know the season's done. But you can't have a performance like that. This is what gets me, is you have performances like the Saints, who didn't give up, who didn't throw in the towel.
And Saints and Port around that same sort of mark of like, obviously not finals teams, but they're not the worst of the worst, but they're around the same sort of mark. Yeah.
Like, I think the Saints, the Port, the Swans, the Dogs, who are in that 9 to 13 bracket, are that caliber that can jump into the 8. But it's what frustrates me is you see a performance like the Saints, you see the will to never give up, and it's like we're in the same category: young players, great talent, great superstars, injured players. The mentality of the footy club is so fragile, and we're such a surface level football club, and it's like we've just. You talk about the video. This is what really irritates me. You talk about the video about the Saints fans celebrating and loving life and enjoying what was miraculous. And we've all been there. Every club's had their moment. I sit at my football club and I see that result. And the first person that speaks about the result on the weekend is Josh Carr. And it took till Monday to talk about it.
Yeah.
There's no Ken. There's no Koshi. There's no Matthew Richardson, who's the CEO. There's no one higher up. No one's taking any sort of responsibility or blame for that. And we've got to sit here as fans and be 98-point loss in a showdown. Listen to our hometown rivals be premiership contenders or favourites going to finish top. They've just pulled our pants down and soiled us in the middle of the Adelaide Oval. It's actually upsets me how much. And like the rage and like it's I could talk about it for hours upon hours of the things I would do, the things I would change, and it really what hurts most for the club is it really detours from the fact that there is change coming.
Yeah,
and it gives you no hope or confidence. There's no selling point for Port Adelaide for 2026 if you're putting out a performance like that.
That was going to be my point, is like when succession plans are a thing, you want to see it with a team that is either like rebuilding or developing and building their way back up. And it seems like Port Adelaide is going the opposite direction. And it's like our coach is already here that is also overseeing this. And you know that he's obviously got to have a big hand in it. Otherwise, he wouldn't be a succession plan if he wasn't having a big hand in it already, kind of thing. So it takes away that hope kind of thing. And obviously things can change. Absolutely. And the list will change, and that's all fine. Like you said, you could get Nasiah. And that you get a player like that, it instantly changes everybody's moods kind of thing, because it's like, wow, we're going to be amazing. And that's fair. But you look at their performance and like, you're right. Like, I understand, have a loss and you don't want to anger fans more by putting out statements that like, oh, we should have been better, but whatever, blah, blah, blah. And like, I get that, but a showdown is different. Not just a showdown. Like, if you lost a showdown by 4 goals, all right, did what you could. Lose it by 98, and it's like you need to have someone come out and be like, we are going to be better than that. But yeah, like it just is what it is, and it felt like, summing up basically the season for Port fans, Saints fans before the last sort of month kind of thing is like, it's one of those ones where you just like, oh, like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to even, you don't know what to say. You don't know what to like feel. It's just tough.
Worst part about being a Port fan at the moment is you just don't see a win coming for the rest of the year. And I just know what's going to happen. Like, we play the Cats this week in GMHBA, toughest strip in footy. We could fold like a deck chair. Play Free at home the week after. We then got Carlton at Marvel, which I would pencil in as a loss. And then the last game, which is going to be, we haven't even announced round 24 yet. And I just know it's going to be this profound, promotion of Ken's last game. This is for Ken. Ken's done an amazing job. Imagine going into the last game as coach against the Suns, and we're going to be a top 8 side. They're going to play finals. And you've been putting out consistent 60-plus losses right up to that point.
Yeah.
And you want fans to then turn up and say goodbye to that coach?
It's unceremonious. It's like
there is no win.
Yeah, you don't get anything out of it. And it's, instead of it being a celebration of a coach, it's like a celebration that he's gone. And that's not what you want. Like you want it to be celebrating his journey. And you wanted him to, and like there were points of Port Adelaide this year where, you have shown good things. You had that fantastic gather-round win against the Hawks. Like, there's been moments, but it's just, moments too far and few between.
Yeah, we'll always have that gather-round win.
It was a good gather-round win.
Really thought that was the moment it was going to turn.
And while all that was happening in Adelaide, Jeremy Cameron was single-handedly pasting the North Melbourne Football Club around Marvel Stadium.
Can he win? Can he get to 100?
Here's my theory. Happens on grand final day. Now,
That would be a fucking great moment.
do they pitch invade on grand final day?
Yes.
Right? They will. Like, people will. But there's also so many, like, corporates and stuff there that won't. So it'll look weird. Because it'll be like,
but also,
will go.
the corporates will want to make it about themselves.
It's true. They could be out there.
Mm.
But, like,
imagine 85,000 suits.
Yeah. That'd be pretty funny, actually. It'd be pretty funny viewing. But
wow,
I think
that's a corporate meeting.
yeah. Like, my thing is, like, it could be grand final day. Well, he's got 4 games of the season and then, let's say, 2 finals.
Have you seen who they play in the run home? Yeah.
Could kick 14 against Essendon. Could.
He could kick. There's definitely a 5 or 6 against Port. Lock it in, right?
Yeah.
There's 14 or 15 against Essendon. Absolutely. Right. Yeah. There's also the Swans. Well, he probably kicked 3 or 4. Right?
Yeah.
Doesn't mind the SCG. When he goes to the last game, you got the Tigers. Now it depends. It depends on what time they play.
Yes.
Because if it's at night, Noah Bolter's not playing and he's kicking 35. If it's in the day, which most likely it will be,
yep,
he's probably kicking 25.
He could do it.
And their most likely matchup for first week of finals is the Crows at the Adelaide Oval. And if you reckon if they make the grand final, if you reckon it's happening grand final, which I fucking love the idea,
yeah,
they will win that first week.
Yeah.
But if they lose that first week, then he's got another game and then another game. If he makes it to the granny, he's got an extra game.
Yeah.
The Cats are going to tank.
Maybe they'll deliberately lose it. Or he does it in the prelim, and I don't want to bring it up, but I will. Fraser Garrick, it happens. Like, the whole thing happens. The pitch invade happens, and it kills the Cats' momentum, and then they lose. It's like, do the
21 years later.
Do the Cats fans learn from the mistakes of the Saints fans in 2004 and go, let's not do that. Let's not kill the game. Let's let him play it out and then jump on the field afterwards. That's a good idea. I have a theory. If it happens then, everyone should collectively decide, don't go now, we'll go at the end of the game. I think that's a good idea.
Imagine doing it after the siren. Like, you've won the game anyway, but like,
actually,
after
the case scenario.
Yeah, like you've done it after the siren at any time of the game.
Yeah.
And preferably right at the end. Imagine like you win a final, you go to the next week, whatever week it is, and they storm the pitch after the siren. Like that's a fantastic win.
Yeah.
Doing it away at the Adelaide Oval though, against the Crows, for example, piss funny. Because you're going to have 14 people run on the field.
Yeah.
Imagine the cat man just coming out. Just,
oh, Jeremy.
Jezza.
I think it's fantastic. I remember before this week, I saw like the 100 calls and I was like, nah. I was like, he needs a lot of big back. And then he kicked 11 and I went, oh, actually.
He's gone out of his expiry date too. It's coming to late July and it's like.
Yeah, usually by now he's back to just playing normal footy again. I don't know. I actually don't think it happens. Purely because I don't think the Cats make the grand final. That's why I think it doesn't happen. But it would be crazy.
Jeremy Cameron would have collectively on the weekend defeated 7 sides, including North.
Yeah. Good game.
And Georgiades is still second.
Which is great.
Second he goes down to the Cattery this weekend. He kicks 11 against Jezza. It's just like, I'm still here.
I know I'm still like 20 back, but that's all right. I'll figure it out. It's always good. I'll admit, like I wasn't watching a lot of that game. I wanted to watch a Showdown for the most part. And then when I was checking the thing and I was like, he's kicking 9 in the third quarter, I was like, that's pretty good. It's probably going to have a look.
I saw that.
Yeah, it was like, fuck. Yeah. All right. So
I saw it at quarter time and I was like, he's kicked 3. Big night ahead.
When he had like 6, I was like, we're a sniff here. I was like, there's a chance. And then obviously it developed, which is just a crazy. I also saw, and it's very, very funny. Bailey Smith had one of the great stat lines of all time, and he's not going to get 3 Brownlow votes, and that's fantastic.
Imagine that's the difference between him winning or losing the Brownlow.
Literally, he loses by a vote because Jezza stole 3 from him because he kicked 11.
And Jez is going to get a few this year because he's back-ended his pay in games and kick a lot of goals late.
Yeah. He'll get a lot, and it's going to be really, really funny. So
there's so many performances on the weekend that if you combine them all, like I throw in Dacos's fantastic game before Naz, Jeremy Cameron's 11. You know, we saw Matt Rowell have a fantastic game against the Lions. Jake Saligo had 35 and 2, robbed with a showdown medal.
Very funny.
And all have been overshadowed by Naz.
Naz in the last game of the round on a Sunday.
Norton and Darcy kicked 13 between them.
Yes, and you're exactly right. And then like Cameron and Neil kicked, like 16 or whatever it was between them. Like it was very funny. Like there's so many individual performances, and then you just look and it's just this little South Australian. The place for St Kilda on a Sunday at 3:20 in front of 20,000 people, and he's like, "I got it. I'm going to win the game."
It leads me perfectly because I've set that up to perfection, actually, to another installment of Who Would You Rather. People loved the last one.
Yes.
This one's got players. And I'm very excited to do it.
I get the feeling that I'm just going to say one specific guy the entire time.
I don't think you'll do the whole entire time because I'll save them for last.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
So these are based around contracts and if you were a club, recruiting, etc.
Okay.
All right, let's start the clock. Simon Goodwin or Michael Voss?
Oh, Christ. Simon Goodwin.
Harley Reid or Sam Walsh?
Fuck. Harley Reid.
Riley O'Brien or Sam Draper?
Draper.
Tom De Koning or Rowan Marshall?
Rowan Marshall.
Rowan Marshall or Riley O'Brien?
Rowan Marshall.
Marcus Bontempelli or Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera?
I fucking hate that shit. I fucking hate it. Bond. It's still Bond.
Marcus Bontempelli or Zach Butters?
Bond.
Zach Butters or Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera?
Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera.
I think you did that pretty well.
I think I did okay in the end. Now, like, as much as I'm saying, like, Naz is the best footballer, and I think right now Naz is the best footballer playing currently, like, as in, like, the last month. But overall, Marcus Bontempelli has been fantastic and continues to be fantastic. And I will always give Bont his love because he's amazing. You're looking at what a lot of those boys are doing, and you're like, hang on a minute. I had this conversation today, and it's very, very funny to me. Start of the year, St Kilda and Port, you're engaging in talks about this whole Naz thing, and you go, all right. Port goes, all right, we'll take Naz, and we'll take a third rounder. You can have Butters. Now, Saints are like, all right, we'll take Butters. We're also like, it's a bit of this swap of like, who the fuck's doing what now? And it's very funny. It's very, very funny.
Both are staying at their football clubs.
I hope so. Like, I sincerely...
Both are equally as important. They're the biggest signatures for each of their clubs.
Yeah.
Zach Butters is the biggest signature since Travis Boak in 2012.
Yep.
And Naz is probably your biggest signature in the history of the game.
Since when Collingwood tried to poach Nick Riewoldt that time. But before that, it was Tony Lockett when he went to Sydney. So it's like, yeah.
Pretty much agree with the majority of those.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Thanks for asking. You know, I was really glad I host this show.
Well, you said I made good picks, so I assumed that was going to be the case. Do you agree with the Butters Naz? What is your...
I think Butters' performance is just going to be overshadowed by how shit the team's been.
Understandable. Yeah.
You know, if you put that performance in a Port side that is so undermanned and loses by 2 or 3 goals or even wins, like you get 34.
Yeah.
and a lot of like tackles and I can't even remember the numbers. He was that man. Like it was huge game. You put that performance in a winning showdown, I'd say they're equally on par.
That's fair.
Naz probably edges out with the goals.
Yeah.
But
and and not even just like the amount of goals, just the goals that you can kick.
the problem with Butters is the fact that you have Naz and Naz alone. All right. I think with Butters you have the Horn Francis and Rosie. He's always going to be part of a threesome. He'll have Hornet and Rosie, or he'll have Butters, Dersman, and Rosie when they first started. Naz, well, he has a threesome, but it's all in his name. Like in Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera, it's just his name. He is one individual.
Yeah.
You could do it for Jason Horn Francis, but Port Adelaide's always had threes.
Not as good. Yeah, you have a lot of hyphens already, so it kind of works.
We should have really been sponsored by 3 Mobile.
You guys should have been the ones invested in. Oh yeah, I agree. Again today, I saw once again one of the great AFL critics things of all time, and it's our man Jared Healy saying that he was shocked that St Kilda did not select local boy Josh Sin over Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera on the 2021 draft, and that just the quote ages so poorly every time. Like every day, that quote gets worse and worse and worse and worse.
I generally think that is right up there for the worst take in the history of.
And again, at the time, you're like, all right, whatever, man. But now you look and you're like, dude, Naz is like the best thing to happen in this football club in years since Rui got drafted.
Rockstar.
Like literally. And he's, everyone's always like, Saints don't have any A graders. Now we have not only an A grader, we have one of the top 3 players in the competition. So it's like
Fit, you have 3.
Yeah.
Naz, Max King, Ron Marshall.
I was gonna say Cal Wilkie.
Yeah, but if it wasn't for Naz on the weekend, the defense was very, very leaky.
It was all right. It was okay.
Yeah.
Because we were playing talent forward.
Doesn't matter. They just look at the scoreboard and they just see a picture of Naz. I told you we'd talk about Naz for a lot of this period. I said it in a tweet today. I don't know if you saw that. Everything has come back to Naz.
I mean, then like I said, what I wrote in my notes, and I said this before the thing, was footy was not good until it was. And that's literally because nothing happened this weekend that was good until Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera, basically.
Correct. The football's still not good because we're a month away from the last round. It hasn't been announced. Yeah. Now, we obviously talked about what we think the structure of the round would be.
Yeah.
And I now have a sneaky suspicion of I know what's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
I think it's very funny to me. They're going to have Port versus the Suns at the Adelaide Oval on the Friday night. That is almost a lock. Yeah. Could be a Thursday night, but it's guaranteed a lock because both Essendon and the Suns have to play twice. And they're going to do it on the Tuesday because they want the Suns to have as much rest as possible. Yeah. All that good stuff. This is my theory. And I'm so excited because I think it's going to be right. And it's just, we're just going to be so fucked as footy fans. Round 24. Friday night football. It's Essendon and Carlton at 6:50 and Port Adelaide versus the Suns at 7:20.
Yeah.
All right. They can't have 2 non-Victorian sides on the
They'll do it.
On the TV.
They'll do it. I know that for a fact they're going to fucking do it. They are going to put it there to be like, fuck yeah.
Let's get this shit out the way early.
Yeah. Go and eat it. Go and eat that one. Because, and like, you could imagine Channel 7 is like, get that fucking Essendon Carlton shit out of my sight. I don't want to see it. So they're going to force their way into having both games on the Friday so they can have it. They're like, I want the Port one. I want the other one. I don't want to see Essendon again because they have to be there playing the Saints. Channel 7 gets them so many times and they're going to be sick of it. They're going to be like, I'm done. I'm not doing it anymore. Very funny. They're going to do it. Absolutely, they're going to do it. And they'll put a different game on Thursday. That's what I was talking about.
Oh, different game on Thursday. Most likely, probably North versus the Crows. Or Collingwood v Melbourne.
Great.
Or if they really want it, the Dogs have got a lot of Thursdays, so Dogs Freo.
That one's actually okay. You could do that on the Thursday. That'd be all right. Nah, but because that's one that could decide finals, they'll put that Sunday 3:20.
Oh, we're so getting a Sunday 3:20 run, aren't we?
Yeah. Like
who else is in?
on Sunday. They'll put shit ones on the Thursday.
Oh, we're getting Collingwood Melbourne then.
Yeah. All the ones that like have like finals implications will be on a Sunday. Like if the Giants need to beat us to make it, will be Sunday 4:40. And I feel like we're already going to be anyway. But like that's what's going to happen. Like it'll be the last on the Sunday.
Oh, they're really, really hating the fact that the Suns and Dons got canned, aren't they?
They're really hating the fact that the AFL didn't just put him in a bye round like they should have first.
This is what happens when you should just have a bye round.
No good.
Anything else we want to touch on?
Like I said, footy just.
Before we tip?
I've seen a lot. Just before we tip, I've seen a lot of people recently, and I tend to agree with it.
Seen a lot of people recently, haven't you? Cheating on me.
I didn't get the chance to say my statement. I've seen a lot
Massive
of people
pause.
say that this is the worst year of football in a while. And I think I'm there with them.
2022 comes to mind.
Spoiled. I also think we've been spoiled like last year and the year before with like pretty decent seasons. But it's been a bad year. Like
I think the fascination of who's going to make the 8 is still there, which is good.
Yeah.
I think what we haven't had, and we've had the last couple of years, is a team have a great run to finals, like the Giants in 2023. And last year, I can't remember who to run, but someone had a decent run. The Hawks. Yeah, the Hawks. Right.
Yep.
So I don't think we haven't had that this year. It's already been that concrete 9, and we've had that 9 for probably 5 or 6 weeks now.
Yeah.
I think the difference in teams right now
that's my thing. I think the quality of some of the teams is just atrocious. Like we spoke about North, West Coast again on the weekend. Just nothing. Like, Essendon, and like it's just at least Richmond put up a decent-ish fight. And that's nice to see, But like, yeah, I think some teams are really, really, really bad.
A lot of injuries as well, and I think that's what's hindered the sort of year that teams could have had.
Essendon especially, yeah.
Essendon having a decent run, right? And they're shit because they've got no players.
Yeah.
They just lost Ridley again, who's had probably more soft tissue injuries than I've kicked goals in my entire career.
He's had more soft tissue injuries than games played, and that's bizarre to me. Just stop playing, Jordan. But yeah, it's been that. I think injuries. I think the umpiring, like we've spoken about before, is at an all-time shit show right now. It's just
football needed, and I can't believe I'm bringing it back to NAS, but football needed that on the weekend.
Yeah, it literally did, because otherwise we had nothing. You know what I also appreciated is like, obviously everything's happened because of the 666 rule. Like that's how the Saints won the game kind of thing. Nobody complained about the rule though. They were like, and it wasn't like it was the umpire's fault. The D's fucked up. That's exactly what happened. The umpires didn't make the mistake. The D's did. And the umpires actually did everything according to the letter of the law. So well played, umpires. I'll give you that. Good job. But you're right. Football needed that moment to be like, thank fuck. Like we got one. We got something good. And it was very, very required.
Because I look at the games like the Suns, Lions. Suns very impressive. All right. The podcast could go forever if we talked about everyone. But, Suns very impressive. The Giants second half, unreal. The Dogs are beating up on the shit teams. The Hawks did what they had to do. The derby was shit. Harley Reid got injured and is out for the rest of the year. And Hayden Young won a medal in 3 quarters.
Pretty good.
The games are just not the games that we want. And I think the AFL on the weekend was very, very, very lucky and appreciative of the fact that they did not schedule one at 4:10 on Sunday. Because if they had that derby in the slot they normally have it
would have been.
Imagine going from the NAS thing into that.
I know. They're very like, thank fuck that we did that in the end, which is hilarious to say that about a Saints game because you never expect that to be the case. But they're like, thank fuck the Saints finished up our Sunday, which is beautiful. But like, you're right. I think every game is really easy to tip. like
8 out of 9 on the weekend.
I was going to say, I got 9 out of 9. Like,
I missed the margin by 1.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like, like the tips will be the easiest they've been. Like I reckon our tipping totals will be easily the best they've ever been tipping wise. Like it's very easy to know who wins. It's very easy to know who's losing. There's no upsets.
Just before we do the tips again, because I know I'm delaying it. You can quote me on it. I don't care. All right, this could be where you put the picture on my picture on the face, and it gets massive clicks, not for the words, but for yeah. Jared's going through all his burners. Just I know it's okay. You can tell me to my face. Anyway, this is where we get the most unlikeliest of grand final winners.
I would love that.
I'm looking at the Dockers. I'm looking at the Giants. I'm looking at the Suns. I know the Crows would be unlikely in terms of where they've come from,
but they're also first.
But this is just too easy to pick.
Yeah,
right? It's too easy to pick.
Everything's been too easy so far.
There is something about this year that I just have a feeling like it's a shit year. But
Giants,
something
about them.
Maybe this is the year they do it.
Yeah, I just have
that second half was diabolical on the Swans, but also that tsunami when it hits, that Fanta just smashes into them.
It's good. It hits good. I don't know. There's just something about it. Something about the Giants right now. I'm like, you guys are pretty good.
They'll be the first team to lose the Dogs that's been inside the 8. And then technically the Dogs won't have beaten someone inside the 8 because the Giants will go out.
Yep.
I love football.
Yeah.
We won't do a ranking system because everyone does their own rankings.
Yes.
Stupid sexy rankings.
We did it.
Yeah, we should. Anyway, tipping. We should do round 21 because that's a thing now. We can't talk about NAS forever.
Even though we would definitely sit here and do it for all of it if we had the opportunity to. But that's okay. With the tips this week, we had a lot of 8s and 7s. I got myself 9, which was very exciting. I was very happy about it. I was also 1 off the margin, so that's pretty good. Anakara, who has flown up the leaderboard, by the way. Anakara. Yeah, 9 again. Which is sensational, and then we were able to get ourselves through, and everything's looking okay. Well,
I think there was a few 7s.
There was a few 7s. I'm trying to figure out how they did that. You've moved yourself up into 17th, which is
top 20.
You're back.
I can smell that top 10.
What were the other tips that people got wrong? So obviously the Suns Brisbane one is a pretty big. Oh, the D's. A lot of people pick the D's, which sure, if you want to. That's fine.
A lot of people miss their tips as well by the looks of it.
Yeah, getting to that point of the year.
Yeah. A couple of people tip Richmond. I think our Crows fans hoping.
Yeah, just praying and hoping.
A few tip Port. They're all the Port fans. Let me tell you something. Fair fans out there, if you got to this point, don't back the heart anymore.
It's over.
The heart is numb. I wish I was... had Adam Sandler's click thing. I could just fast forward to next year.
That'd be fantastic. Cars leading the boys. Just rolling your way out.
Hope. I see you. Like, just imagine. Oh. And then you start the car. On January 1st, next year, I will be tweeting the IKEA ad.
Every day.
Start the car. Start the car. Start the
Every
car.
day from the start of the year, you go and you just post the same clip like Fantastic Four's marketing. Just the same clip every time until the first game starts. I like it.
Or like when they announced Avengers, then the new one, they got all the cast. I'll be like all the players, and then the first one will be Josh Carr.
He's just sitting on a chair. Just
yeah. Or the Homer thing when he's trying to build the barbecue and it's like looking at the Crows and I'm like, why doesn't mine look like that?
Why doesn't my rebuild do that?
I should do a meme dump. But it would be just so like shit.
It wouldn't be shit. It'd just be a lot of, man, we didn't play very well on the weekend.
I'm gonna get the Happy Gilmore clip of him yelling at the ball, but it'll be Ken's face. Why don't you just go home?
Just go home. That's your home.
Somebody hit further. Anyway, round 21.
Yep.
Got a good in this one, I reckon. I have a feeling it's going. The AFL as a whole is going to run momentum from NAS. Right, NAS is single-handedly saving football, and it's going to.
He's gone from being
inject-
the best player in the league to saving football.
I would genuinely, if I was anyone that was involved in the AFL, I would make the AFL logo and just shape it into NAS's head.
You're welcome.
Just giving you free content at this rate, mate. Like, seriously. Eventually, you'll appreciate me. Anyway, round 21, Thursday night. Guess what? We're just back at Marvel again. You know, the location for Thursday night footy.
Yeah,
and guess what?
Fantastic football.
Fantastic football.
Fantastic football. There was actually a lot of Fantastic Four ads on Sunday.
I know. And I'm starting to see teasers and stuff and like little fucking snippets, and I'm like, save me.
Yeah. But
all right, so Dogs Giants. Dogs surely got to beat someone that's in the top 8, and also Toby Green's not playing.
That is big.
And no Josh Kelly either.
Very, very, very big. I think the Dogs finally. I know I literally just pumped up the Giants saying they're going to flag, but I also think that the Dogs should be in finals. I think they should be one of those teams. I don't know who falls out, but I think the Dogs should be in there because I really like what they do. And yes, I know it was Essendon. I understand that, but they were very good. And so I'm going to tip the Dogs, but I wouldn't be surprised if they lose by like 7 goals.
Or just a real, like, they're down by 5 goals the whole game and only lose by like 13 points because they kicked 3 late ones. So respectable the score. Yeah. They can't go through without beating a big side.
Yeah, there's got to be one. I'm going to go Dogs by 11. Dogs by 11. Lovely.
And that is a GT guarantee.
If it's
Nothing
Dogs by
beats
11, fantastic.
Nothing beats a GT holiday. You can save up to £200 for your stupid, sexy family.
Oh, it's fantastic. Dogs by 11.
Now I'm going to put you on a Jet2 plane and just. Ow. Anyway, Crows Hawks on Friday night at the Adelaide Oval.
Crom.
I dislike this football club.
I think they do have to drop one at some point, Adelaide, and they will. I just don't know if this is the week.
So in the last 4 is the Hawks, West Coast, Collingwood, and North. I would suggest it's going to be this one. But I want to tip the Hawks because I reckon they're. How serious do you reckon they are?
Hawks, I don't think they're that serious.
Michael Laning's out as well.
Mm.
And I think if the Hawks are serious, they win this game.
So, yeah, I just don't think they are. And, like, I'll happily eat my words, but...
I am going to tip them. Not because I hate the Crows, because I think I put a bet on for them to win the flag. So, you know, I hate them. But
Clearly,
like,
you think they're good.
I think they're high. I just think there's something about this one where the Hawks, like you said, the Crows are going to drop one. It's either this one or the Pies, and I think it'll be this one.
Fair enough.
D's Eagles. The D's.
The fact that the D's are $1.08 is almost too low. They'll win.
How broken are they?
Pretty broken. Did you see that photo of Track?
They look like the cricketer.
Track, the just disappointed man in the middle of the ground, just like, what the fuck?
I reckon he cooked heavy on Sunday night. Like, he went home, those pans got up to beating.
He went home angry. He was throwing pans everywhere. Just fucking breaking the cast iron. Just like, fucking fuck.
The wooden spoon is just right on the edge of the
He's cracking eggs by just fucking throwing them at the bench.
He's probably made pasta a la fuck.
He's just fucking throwing shit at the bench. He's just
Pinch of salt, stuff that.
I'm getting angry. Just fucking throwing shit everywhere.
Yeah, tracks turn green.
Yeah, he's an angry boy.
Just-
If he's going to come out against the Eagles,
He's 35-4.
He's going to come out the angriest man alive, and he's going to be the best player on the ground by a long way.
Yeah, he needs a
Anyway,
3
it's
voter, and
okay.
he's going to get one.
The D's, however, I would also like I would like a prediction of mine to be Track's going to have 30 plus and kick 3 or more.
Track 30 plus and 3.
Yeah. Because he's going to be an angry boy.
I'm going to double check that just so I know. Suns to beat the Tigers.
Yep.
Swans to beat the Dons.
Yep.
Now.
Interesting. This one is interesting.
You're not wrong. I wonder which way you're going to go with this, because this might be, I know I've tipped the Hawks, but this could be the deciding factor between you getting a unsustainable lead for me to catch in the tipping, or I catch you.
The Lions look so bad, but they always respond well.
I look particularly at this year where they got heavily beaten the week before they played Hawthorn.
Yeah.
And then they came out at the G.
I'm saying they respond really, really, really well.
I think the Pies are shaky.
Yeah, and like they beat Richmond. They didn't beat them comfortably though, and they also lost the 2 before that. I am going to tip the Lions because they respond in good ways, and they're not going to allow a 60-point Q clash beating.
I think as well with the Pies, it shows how important Pendlebury is, because I generally don't think they have great CBAs.
No,
unless it's Dacos or one of the Dacos boys.
And like Long's okay, like he's good. He's not a star, Long. And then you have like a few rolling in there. McCreary's now out as well, who you can sometimes play in there. Tom Mitchell
side bottom
55. Tom Mitchell and side bottom have a combined age of 102. So it's like you got to just give it a
I'm tipping the Lions.
Yeah,
I think they have great. I still rate them. I just think they've gone last week, and
they're a team that isn't going to let it happen again.
They play the last 2 games at the Gala. They're okay.
Yeah.
The Saints will defeat North.
Yep. Up until, like you were talking about before, up until about 5:25 Sunday, there was going to be about 4 people at this game, and now there will be 40,000 because they're like, I need to see Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera play football. North and Saints fans will both be there.
I think Port Adelaide fans will be there just to scout the new recruit. Speaking of Port, Cats at GMHBA take on the Power. Port Adelaide normally respond okay to a drubbing, regardless of whatever. I know we've lost to the Hawks and the Crows in the last 2. But we've generally been okay prior to that. We put the Q in the rack, and I somehow still think, despite all that's happened this week, I can't believe I'm going to say it, the Cats are going to win by 13 goals.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know where this is going, and it's going one way, and it's going a Cats tip, which is fair. But I was really funny. There's 3 teams with like plus $10 odds to lose one of these games, to lose their game. And I'm like, that's fucking insane. So, yeah, I don't think the Power's going to get thumped. I don't think it's going to be a thumping. I think they'll lose. I don't think it'll be a thumping.
If we lose by 6 goals or less and we're competitive, I think I'll come out of it okay.
Probably a win. Yeah.
But there was that game last year. We came out 8 goals to none in the first quarter at GMHBA.
In the wet.
Yoo-hoo! The demons. And weird things happen at 2:45 on Sundays.
As we've seen.
Yes.
Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera.
What's it with hyphens on 2:45 on Sundays?
Yeah, interesting.
Darcy Ben-Jones. Nasiah Wanganeen-Milera.
Jason Horne-Francis this week.
Jason Horne-Francis. He's not playing for the rest of the year.
I just forgot. I remember I literally just read that Darcy Ben-Jones again.
He's going to go to the sequel.
Go, son.
In my fucking dreams. And the last game of the round, Dockers Carlton. Rio.
Dockers.
Hey, what? Good Sunday to be hungover.
Yeah, God. That's grim. Going to be at Marvel at 11 a.m. Looking forward to that.
Yeah, well. Oh, I forgot one more thing. 7:30 on Sunday night. There's another game. It's fantastic ball taking on the world. With my eyes in particular, anyway. I was there.
Yeah, no, I like that one. That's good. Much better than whatever Freo Carlton's going to be dishing up. So that's pretty good.
And fantasy's done. Like,
yeah, that's true. That is very, very true.
did you make it?
No, I didn't make it. I tried my heart out. Got pretty close, but didn't make it in the end, which is okay. My super coach is doing well. I don't know if that season's over there. But yeah, unfortunate. But that's okay. You live and you learn. Gave it a crack. Finished the season with a wet sail. So 2026, big year. The boys are cooking. I don't play a dynasty one. I don't play a legacy comp, so it doesn't matter. But we're on the charge. And
Good.
you avoided your puzzle, which is a win.
Tyler, if you're watching, you better bloody hope the Crows make the grand final. Otherwise, I'll see you on the Saturday. Yeah, we also did the same. Finished home in the wet sail. Me and one other mate of mine, Isaac, who's in the tipping comp, actually.
Yep.
He'll like the shout out. We, at the end of round 6, were both 1 and 5, equal on the bottom. We finished the year together at 7th and 8th, 9-11.
Very good. Very good turnaround.
So gone 7-6 since then.
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately, just like the first 4 rounds of the year, the boys just weren't up to it. Probably the fitness levels were a bit down. So we decided to put in a good block, and we found our way well through the buys and stuck at it. That's what I'm really proud of it.
Yeah, not a tanking culture. Not a tanking culture.
No. There was a couple of tanks. Yeah. No, but it's okay. Unlike you, I am doing a keeper league. So the boys will be fit and fired for 2026, and we'll make sure do good recruiting, and we'll be right.
Yep. Fantastic.
Stupid sexy pair will be right.
Yep, stupid sexy pair on the march once again.
Actually, no, we're
Play memberships now.
the horny ones now.
Yeah.
That's the name. Because Horn Francis is my poster boy. Currently on the injury list. So who's really horny now?
Fantastic.
Good way to end.
Aesthetics, just quickly.
Sorry, I forgot about that. I was too busy getting
Horny?
Yep.
Thought so. Well, that's what you were going to say.
No one makes it this far anyway. Yes, go on. Give me the aesthetics.
Dogs, Giants, pretty good. Like it. Crows, Hawks.
We'll stand out the Adelaide Oval.
Yeah, should be okay.
Many Hawks fans as well.
Yeah. These Eagles, pretty good.
Well, I'm going to see the Marvel seats.
Oh, man, there might be 4 people there.
All West Coast.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty good. Suns, Richmond, nice. Like it. Swans, Essendon, bad, not good.
Just before you go Swans, Essendon, or before the next one after that. Yeah, terrible game, by the way. Just imagine being a Tigers fan. You're just up and about. Your team's competitive. You're being good. And you get a fucking trip to the Gold Coast.
Yeah, you do it, right? That's what I'm saying. They'll have a decent traveling base. Being like, you know what? We've fought well this year. We deserve this trip.
Yeah.
And they'll have a good time. They'll have a good time. They'll spend the week there. They're probably there now. They probably left today. Spend the week there. Come back home Sunday or Monday. Beautiful. Bloody beautiful.
So jealous.
Free Park Super Pass. Stephen May hooked them up. They'll be right. It'll be fine.
Rioli this time.
$3 Super Pass for the week. All good, boys. Very good. I like it. But yeah, Sydney Essendon, boring, bad. No one will be there. I mean, Swans fans will be there. Bombers fans won't be there.
Yep.
Pies, Brisbane.
Grand final was good.
I was going to say, it was good then. And it'll be a big crowd. Saturday night, it'll be a huge crowd.
85.
It's going to be a monster crowd.
Yeah.
And Brisbane, have a strong Victorian supporter base. Not bad. Okay.
Okay.
Saints North, like I said before, was originally going to be just Marvel seats. Now it'll be okay. And the colours do okay.
I'm glad this game as well has got the upgrade from the 410 to 110.
Yeah.
Moving up the ladder.
Yeah, we're doing all right. Both teams doing all right. Cats Port, probably not great. And Freo Blues, no Blues fans will be there. So,
well, we all Cats, and then we get that one bay.
Pretty good though. I love that. I actually love the look of that. So I'm kind of about.
Do you know what? I've just thought of this. Do you know what it looks like at the Cattery?
What's that?
It's the big circle, right? And then you've got the one bay. It looks like the power sign. And you just gotta fucking press it and turn off.
As soon as you did this, the sign, I was like, "Oh, it's the power symbol." Yeah.
How convenient. No, Freo Carlton sucks.
Yeah, Freo Carlton shit. And there you go, footy.
Pie. So you say footy and I say pie. You just...
Footy.
I think we need to go to pie.
Footy.
Pie.
Footy.
Pie.
We're just doing this until it... Footy.
Goodbye.